So let's begin. This is interesting.
Yeah, actually, I
Okay,
think
so
so.
okay, so say our 5 minute discussion starts right now.
Yeah.
So say
How about like advice, 26,
okay,
okay?
26 advice. So let's
Yeah.
26 advice. Okay, so
Actually, that's why I have a lot of regret, right? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have. Yeah,
good
okay.
morning once again.
Yeah, nice
How are
again. Yeah, I'm
you?
fine.
Nice to meet you
Yeah,
again.
nice to meet you. Okay, hi. Are you sleepy now or not?
A while ago, but when when like there's a class, then I'm automatically like awake.
Okay, and then you took a nap while you took a meal? How, yeah.
Yeah, I took a meal a while ago, and then after I had another class. Then in between classes, like I took a short nap.
You took a short nap?
Yes, that's correct.
That's why you look better than before.
Yes, yes, I feel better than like earlier
Uh,
this morning.
okay, okay, thank you. Right, and then, I happen to see you. So, what a surprise.
Okay, that's great. So, what's up today? Say, what are we going today?
Yeah, you have already asked, right? So before.
So, what are we going to have like 5 minute discussion,
Uh,
or do you want to talk about your social media?
Social. Actually, either way is okay. Actually, yeah, like before, you recommended me to
Mm-hmm.
take a 5 minutes discussion, right? And then
Correct.
if we exchange our opinion, right? So
Mm-hmm.
people who watch this kind of video would be like a fun, right?
Yes,
And then
that's true.
on the other hand, social media topics also interesting, right?
Yes.
That's
But
why.
which do you prefer?
It's to be honest, either way.
Huh?
Yeah,
Pardon?
is available. Either way is okay. Yeah, yeah, both is acceptable, right?
Yes, yes. You could ask me some questions about social media, or
Okay.
if you want, you could also have like 5 minute discussion. I'm really open to talk
Actually,
about
but right
anything.
now, I don't have any concerns regarding social media because in the
Mm-hmm.
morning you have already answered my questions,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
That's why this time I
True.
wanna talk to you, and we wanna exchange, right?
Yes,
Our
okay.
opinion, right, with each other.
Okay. So let's have our 5 minute discussion. So say now
Mm.
it's your turn to choose any of the topics below. Since yesterday I chose the topic.
Yeah, you remember it, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday you chose topics that it's my turn to choose
Yes.
topics, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yesterday you chose change. No, 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 future,
Future.
future, right?
Yes.
Okay, guys. How about like advice, 26,
Okay.
okay?
26 advice. So let's have
Yeah,
26 advice. Okay, so let's begin. This is interesting.
yeah. Actually, I
Okay,
think
so
so.
say our 5 minute discussion starts right now.
Yeah.
So say what's the best advice that you've given to someone?
Oh, actually, I'm getting old. That's why sometimes I have a chance to advise someone, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
who I work for, or I work with, right? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nowadays people are totally different from my generations, right? They
Mm-hmm.
have their own opinion, right?
Yes.
That's why if they have a concerns, if they have some problem that they have, so I all the time I said to them, you should follow your guts, right? You
Mm-hmm.
should follow
Yes.
your intuition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe intuition is important, right? Because intuition maybe teach you guys what's your favorite, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I all the time said like that, you should follow your guts. Yeah.
I see. So like how about you say since your advice is to follow your guts, was there a time that you follow your intuition but then the result was
Yeah.
bad or you
Uh,
failed at something?
yeah. Actually, that's why I have a lot of regret, right? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have followed my guts, right? I need to, spend time to think about this like like activity, action seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I experienced to do that, I learned, right? Like result gave me a lot of like, tips, right? That's why I can step forward again, right? Even though I will be depressed, I will be regret, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's why how do I input depends on how do I motivate myself, I think, right? Even though I make a
Ah,
mistake.
yeah. So it doesn't matter if you fail. What matters is that you bounce back
Yeah,
from.
actually, yeah, I'm used to it. I often make a mistake. That's why I'm used to it, right?
Yes, and I think that it's nice when people make mistakes because it's from our mistakes that we learn.
Mm.
But it's not okay if we make the same mistakes over and over.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. How about you? If you have a someone who wanna know what to do, how to do, what kind of advice do you give them?
Ah, okay. So I think one advice that I've given, like generally, because I've also say it to my friends online and also offline, is to be true to themselves. Like you should follow what you really want because sometimes we are distracted by
Uh,
the noise around us.
uh,
Like for example, you should be this, you should be that, but then in your heart you know that I think that I'm not meant to do this. I think I'm meant for something greater
mm.
and I want to try something different. So
Okay.
it's really listening to your voice
Uh,
against the noise.
okay.
So it's my advice to like
Uh,
someone.
yeah, maybe it must be good advice. And then we
Mhm.
might have a similarity, right? Regarding
Yeah.
advice, right? You said, yeah,
Hmm.
you should do what you wanna do, right? And
Yes.
then, yeah, kind of same as me, right?
Hmm. Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
And then I will ask you additionally,
Yeah,
yeah,
say.
maybe you would do that. You all the time do what you want, right?
Yeah, like maybe not all the time I do what I want,
Mm.
but it's more of I need to do the things that would lead me like to the path that I wanted to have like in the future because like I have long-term goals. So I have to look at like my actions right now leading me to the goals that I want to have in 5 years down the road, something like that. So there are
Wow.
things that I don't want to do, but I need to do
Wow.
because it would help me
What a
to go
surprise.
to that, you know,
Yeah, I know.
longer term goals.
Okay,
That
unlike
thing.
your unlike your physical appearance, you are so down to
Thank you.
earth, right?
Thank you so much, Sayul. Actually, I have learned this thing from a mentor
Oh,
because he was already successful in his field. And he said that you don't have to like what you do
oh,
all the
oh,
time. But you have to make sure that this thing that you're doing is helping you achieve your goals in the future. Something like that.
okay. That's why you became down to earth person. Like your mentor told you, like
Yeah.
that. You have to set
He's
up your
very,
goal, and in order to reach your goal, you have to,
yes.
what you say, step by step, like move forward.
Yes, that's true. That's correct. Say.
Yes, yes, sound nice.
How about you say? Like have you do you always like whatever you do?
Yeah, actually, I try. Yeah, all the time I try to follow my gut as I said before. But
Mhm.
in my case, I have a lot of like responsibility, right?
Mhm.
That
Yes.
sometimes I find it hard time to follow my gut, right?
Mhm.
Instead, I have to prioritize something. I have to secure. I have to protect, right? Such as my
Yes.
family, where actually to some extent I have to contribute to my society or company or family, right?
Mhm.
That's why.
Yes.
So sometimes I'm debating, right, which one is better for me, right? I have to as a responsibility I have to focus on other stuff I don't want to do, or all the time I should follow my guts, right? Actually sometimes
Yeah.
I'm debating. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually feel what you're saying. Say when you've mentioned that there's always a debate in your mind that
Yeah,
should I do this thing or should I do this one, because it's like you have a social responsibility to your family and also to your work, to the
yeah,
society, but then you also have this something in yourself that I know if I would do this, like this is my guts. If I would do this, like all my time and my effort, I know that I could achieve this. I know that I will be successful in this, right? But you're still thinking of the responsibility. So it's always like a tug of war.
yeah,
It's
right.
always a tug of war.
And why I'm debating, because like you, like I have a goal, right? I
Mm-hmm.
have
Yes.
in the long run, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanna have like some like images that I wanna do, right?
Yes.
To
Yes.
reach my goal, to my my dream, right? Right. Right now, right now, if I follow my gut, maybe I couldn't have a good achievement, right? In the long
I see.
run, right? To some extent, I have to sacrifice my time, right?
Mm-hmm.
To some extent,
Yes.
I have to give up my, like my eagerness, right? Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that's why, yeah. Sometimes, so I focus on other stuff that I want to. I don't want to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I see. So you've mentioned, let me have like a recap. You've mentioned that you're afraid that your intuition or your gut feeling is wrong. Is that correct? You're
Yes.
afraid that you would fail.
Yeah, because I often make a mistake. That's why sometimes I cannot count on my my intuition, right? Because sometimes I make a mistake, right? But of course, as I said before, my intuition is my my favorite stuff, right? That's why I wanna do that, right? To be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yes.
But
Yes.
simultaneously, I'm doubting, right? Is it okay to follow my guts, without thinking, right? That's why, to some extent, I have a room for thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
okay or not,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Actually, I agree with you. You've mentioned that you, for example, like you are thinking that should I do this? Should I do that? And also, let me just share to you an experience
Oh
of
yeah,
mine,
go ahead.
say,
Yeah, please
because
let me know.
right, I mentioned to you, like several our classes before that I worked as an engineer and then I resigned and
Yeah,
then and then I was unemployed for about a year. I did
yeah.
my thing, and then the truth is that during that year of unemployment, I was doing different stuff. I was following my guts, my intuition.
Mm.
I always feel like, oh, I know I could do this, something like that. But it was always a sense, a lack of discipline
Oh,
and motivation. That's why it did not push through. And maybe, as what you've mentioned, I know your intuition could never be wrong. Your intuition could never be wrong because it's in you. It's just that you have to put the hard work and the discipline. And I think that that's what's lacking in me, the discipline and also the persistence. Don't look for the results from time to time
uh,
because results will be there in the long run. If you will
yeah.
just put the hard work, the discipline, and not looking at is there a result, is there a result, because I think that's what made me like crazy for about a year. Is there a result, is there a result? And then I
Yeah,
was demotivated because I didn't feel like I didn't see the results, so that's why
yeah. I can actually,
your intuition could never be wrong.
yeah, I totally agree with you, right? Actually, yeah, we tend to what you say, check like a result,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Right. But you said earlier, right? In the long run, right? We have
Yes.
to check my result, right? Temporarily,
Yes.
we shouldn't have that. We shouldn't have judge my achievement, right?
Yes, that's true. So
I totally agree with you.
okay, so for example, in your YouTube, say, like it's hard not to look at the numbers, right? For
Yeah.
example,
Right
it's
now, I
really hard.
struggle
Like
to gather
yes,
subscribers, right?
yeah. So for example, like you wanted to achieve, like for example, you have a goal for yourself. Like at the end of the year, I should have 5,000 subscribers. Let's say that's your goal, for example.
Yeah.
And then you upload videos, and then you upload videos. Oh, every video they said, there's just 100 views, no subscribers. So it gives you demotivated,
Yeah.
and because of that you don't want to make videos anymore. Like it stops you from making being more creative,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
S-
Yeah,
so
I got what to say. But
so
yeah, this is me,
yes,
right?
say.
Right now, yeah, right. Yeah, you said earlier, right? I'm so demotivated, but this morning you gave me some tips, right? And then yeah, right.
Yes.
In the long run, so I have to think about my achievement, right? That's why. Of course, to some extent, I need to think about this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, but I cannot stop like moving. I cannot stop making video, right?
Yes. You can't stop making videos, and also if you have like a goal, because I think this is also my problem before. I overestimate. Like I
Overestimate.
make a goal. Yes, I'll put it here. Meaning,
Yeah, I know. Like
I try to make like big goals that is not possible for a very short period.
yeah.
And when if I will not achieve that, then I would say to
Uh,
myself like, "Oh,
uh,
you're so dumb. You're so crazy. You're so stupid." Something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Bad
actually, I
words
think
to
so.
myself.
Yeah,
So like,
overestimated,
have you
right?
experienced that one?
Yeah, of course, I
Like,
think
have you?
so. Like I set up a big goal that I cannot achieve, and then right, and then of course, I
Yes.
couldn't achieve this goal, so I would be depressed. I'm down, right, because of
Mm-hmm.
this result, right? But right, yeah, this goal is
Uh-huh.
so bigger than than I thought. That's why, yeah, it's impossible though, right? Which depressed me, right?
Yes. Yes. So I think that the better approach, and it was also like I was told about this, that for me not to be burnt out, I should create like mini goals or small goals
Uh,
at the beginning. Like for example, in your YouTube channel, say let's say you have around 1,400 subscribers,
right
right?
now, yeah, 100,
Well,
1,400 right now, yeah.
okay. So right now, well, let's say let's not, because other YouTubers would say I would like to have 10,000 subscribers in
Yeah,
the end of the month, and it's really impossible, especially if you're starting. It could be possible, but most likely it's impossible, right? So let's say your goal is just, I would like to have 3,000 subscribers until October. Then I think that would be possible. And
uh,
then when you reach that 3,000 mark, there's an exponential growth,
yeah, okay, rapidly,
something
right?
like that. Yes, rapidly. So
Yeah,
maybe start with small steps and then bigger steps until you could digest the bigger goals.
yeah, I think so, right? Not to let me depressed. We need to set up some mini goal, right? So right? I
Mm-hmm.
can all the time. I can feel, like achievement, right? Or I
Yes.
can reach my goal again. So I can focus on next goal, right? Yeah,
Yes, that's correct. So every time you like achieve this goal, you feel more motivated, you feel good about yourself, and then you can tell yourself like, "Oh, I can achieve more. I should try this bigger goal."
yeah, I think so,
It gives
right?
you more confidence.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, totally agree with you. Most important thing is that, yeah, keep on motivating myself, right? Oh, it must be good to talk.
Correct.
I think
So
so.
keep on motivating yourself by achieving smaller goals that would give you confidence to hit the bigger goals.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Sometimes I might run into some obstacles, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Motivation is the most important,
Yes.
right? Motivation gives us a chance to overcome this kind of
Yes.
obstacle, right?
Yes, that's correct. Motivation, and most importantly, discipline.
Yeah, I think so. That's why all the time I think about how to motivate me, right?
Uh-huh. And
Uh,
how do you motivate yourself, say?
yeah, depends on what kind of achievement I wanna grab, right? In terms of
Mm-hmm.
let's say example. Right now, as you can see, I'm a English learner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I wanna be like English like a speaker fluently, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, so I'm so depressed. I'm so demotivated, right? I don't wanna study English sometimes. But fortunately, I keep on studying English right now. Why? How do I motivate me? Because of a native camp. Native
I
camp
see.
provide us a beautiful teacher, right? Yeah, including you. Actually, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
guys motivate me all the time. I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
talking to you, right?
I see.
Yeah, it's important for me, right?
Okay, that's great to hear. So, like, a native camp has been motivation for you
Mm.
to keep on studying English, even though sometimes it's like there are days that you don't feel like studying, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But because of native camp, thankfully, so you're being consistent
Yeah,
with
right.
your goals already.
Yeah, like a friend, I can talk to you, right?
Yes, and that's nice.
Yeah.
And also, not only that you're learning English, but you're also learning on other things as well.
Yeah, definitely I think so, right? So you have a good point, right? Right now I'm
Mhm.
supposed to study English, so simultaneously I learn something different, right?
Yes, you
Yeah,
learn something different, not only about like the grammar, but also actually right now as I'm speaking to you, I've also learned something different, and
yeah,
it's more on like life.
yeah,
Actually,
life.
it's one of the topics that I really want to talk about. So forgive me if I speak a lot when we when we talk about like life and about goals and something around this personal development thing.
Yeah, it is important
Yeah.
to exchange our opinion. Yeah, which improve my life, I think, right? Or
Mhm.
sometimes when I run into some difficulties at that time, maybe
Mhm.
to come up with good idea, right? Good
Mhm.
solution. Yeah, exchange our opinion might give us some tips, right, to overcome our
Yes.
difficulties, right?
Yes, that's true. So, by the way, say since you have already shared what was the best advice that you've given to someone this time, what was the best advice that someone has given to you?
Okay, kind of tough question, right? Actually, as I said, I've all the time followed my gut. That's why I don't really ask them to what kind of advice.
Ah.
But you know, so what should I say? I have already decided what to do, how to do. When I ask you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I have some concerns. At the time, I have already have an answer, right?
I see.
That's why I want them to listen to me, just listen to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can reduce stress, and then while they're talking to you, so I can fix my opinion. I can
Ah.
fix what to do, right? Seriously, right? That's why I want you guys to listen to me seriously. That's it, right?
I
Yeah,
see. So, like most of the time, you don't really need the advice from others, but it's just more of like releasing your stress.
yeah,
And then by that, by talking to others about your problems or your concerns, then this is the time that you can think of this could be the solution to my problem.
yeah. Or I want you guys to push me to
Mm-hmm.
step forward, right?
Yes.
Or I want you guys like so count on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
And it's not.
yeah,
Yes.
but to be
Say.
honest, I ask you some like tips, right? Some like a
Mm-hmm.
problem, my concerns, right? Actually, in terms of
Yes.
social media,
Social
at
media.
that time I have no clue, right? I'm a
Okay.
beginner.
Okay.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
so I should say this kind of stuff. In terms of this kind of stuff, I have to rely on you guys, right? Because you are
Uh huh.
expert, right? And then I have no clue. That's why,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
I see.
right when it comes to my life, right? I want you guys to push myself to step forward,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I see. So you just want a person to like make you step up
Make you
with
step up,
your
yeah,
life. Yes, yes.
yeah,
So uh push you to step up to like take like action on your goals and also your intuition, because sometimes I know, say, there are times that you don't follow your intuition because you're afraid, right?
yeah. Definitely, I think so. Yeah, of course, How about you? What kind of advice, like make you happy, like make you like impressed?
I was thinking. I think maybe the best advice that I received was to, yeah, as I said a while ago, it's the reason why it's my advice to others, because it's also the best advice that I've received from someone, and that is to listen to your voice against the noise.
Uh, you said
Yeah,
earlier,
because
right? Your mentor
yeah,
gave you this
yeah,
advice.
because for example, there are times that your family will not believe on your goals or will not believe on the vision that you have, but it's really okay, because sometimes god or the universe shows it to you because it's for you and it's
Yeah,
not for them. So you
yeah,
should take you should take this train, and and your family or your friends should not be the reason that you will not achieve your goals.
yeah. I got it.
They could hop on the train, but they should not slow you down.
Okay, I got it. I got it. And then so I have a curiosity, right?
Yes, say.
Regarding so your mentor,
Uh-huh.
right? So he must be good, good like a person, I think, right? Yeah.
Yes, actually,
Who is
he was
he?
just he is like he was also a mechanical engineer before, but
Ah,
then
okay.
then he shifted to being a business owner. And
Oh,
then a friend of mine only introduced me to him. That's why I get to know him. And then he's very humble enough. Last year, we had weeks spent with them. So, like, we go to their business meetings, like, when he
eh?
meet his clients. And I could really see, like, this is the life that I want to achieve.
Oh, you have a good like a mentor, right? You have a good
Yeah.
like
But right now, they're so busy. So, they're
uh,
like
it's
going to
difficult
Greece,
to keep in
Europe,
touch.
France.
Uh,
So that's why. But I hands hands. I really like respect them. He and his wife. They're so good.
he's married. He has
Yes, he's
already had a
married, and
wife.
his wife is also
Good.
very good, very
Uh,
humble. That's good.
okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh,
I
well,
enjoyed
thank
talk
you
to
very
you.
much. I really
Right?
enjoyed. Have a great day,
Yeah.
Jose.
Bye. See
Bye
you next
bye.
time. Thank you.